So let us proceed to the next problem. So problem number 2, determine the force in each member of the truss. State if the members are in tension or compression. Okay, so ito yung given truss. Merong applied load na 600 tsaka 450 pounds. Okay, so from that, so again, let us start with FBD. Okay, so kung ito yung applied load na 600 downward, so meron tayong reaction na upward dito. Okay, and then dito, same lang. Kasi nga, ito ay downward. So wala na siyang ibang re-resist, tsaka roller lang to. Okay, so isa lang yung ating reaction. Let us denote that as C sub Y tsaka A sub Y. Then next, yung reaction dun sa hinge. Since meron tayong applied load na 450 to the right, so meron tayong to the left dito na reaction. So let us denote that as A sub X. So yung axis natin again, yun yung vertical tsaka horizontal, yung X tsaka Y. Ngayon, pag mali yung direction natin, makikita dun sa final answer. Kung mali, halimbawa, negative. Okay? So i-correct natin yung direction. Parang yung sa previous problem, so yung reaction dun sa point C, itinama ko lang yon. So, binago ko yung direction doon. So, yung sa mga reaction, hindi naman necessarily lahat talaga ni reaction ay kailangan. Minsan kahit yung isang support lang yung pag-solve natin ng reaction. So, parang yung previous problem, again, kahit hindi na natin isolve actually yung reaction doon sa point C, hindi na. So, dito naman, so mukhang mas madali kung isusolve natin pareho yung reaction doon sa both support. So, meron ding truss na hindi na kailangang isolve totally yung mga reaction. Halimbawa, meron tayong truss na cantilever. So, ang support kasi nito sa gilid lang. So, nandito yung mga hinge. Yan. So, pag ganitong case, at ito yung load na sinusupport niya, so, magsasolve tayo ng force dito sa members na nandito. So, totally, hindi na kailangan yon. Kasi, kung mag-consider tayo ng FBD dito, hindi naman natin gagamitin yung reaction unless hanapin halimbawa yung mga forces dito sa mga members dito. So, mas mapapadali kung meron tayong reaction dito. So, as usual, let us start with summation of moment along or with respect to point A. So, assuming clockwise positive, then from that, we can solve for C sub Y. Okay? So, clockwise moment, so meron tayong 450 at yung kanyang moment arm or perpendicular distance sa point A. So, meron tayong 6 tangent 30. So, nasolve yun dito. So, meron tayong 6 na measurement dito, tsaka yung angle. So, yung opposite side, so, gamit yung tangent, masasolve natin. So, tangent 30 kasi dyan is equal to AE, yung length dito, over 6. So, simplify lang natin. Masasolve natin yung AE na 6 tangent 30. So, yun yung moment arm ng 450. So, 6 tangent 30. Then, next, we have C sub Y. So, counterclockwise, so minus. C sub Y multiplied by yung moment arm na 6 feet. So, from that, we can solve for C sub Y, which is equal to 259.81. Okay, so tama yung ating direction, upward. So, this is 259.81. So, actually, pwede na tayong mag-consider ng mga joint dito. And then, kahit di na natin isolve yung reaction sa point A. Pero kung gusto nating mapadali yung pagsusolve dito sa joint na to or sa member AE tsaka yung AB, pwede nating isolve tong AX tsaka AY by taking summation of forces vertical tsaka horizontal or along X and along Y axis. Okay? So, let us take summation of forces along X to solve AX. Assuming to the right positive. Okay? So, meron tayo 450. Then, next, we have AX. So, AX ay simply equal to 450 pounds. Okay, so 450 ito. Then lastly, yung AY, so we can solve that by simply taking summation of forces along Y. So we have AY, then minus 600, then last, we have C sub Y, so upward, so plus 259.81 pounds equal to 0. So, yung A sub Y natin dito is equal to 340.19 pounds. So, kompleto na yung ating reaction. Pwede tayo mag-consider ng mga joint. So, basically, nag-start tayo dun sa pinakakonti. So, ang pinakakonti dito, obviously, ay joint C. Pero pwede rin tayo mag-solve dun sa joint A kasi summation of forces vertical, masosolve na natin agad yung AE, tapos forces horizontal, masosolve natin agad yung AB. Okay, so let us start with joint A. Ito yung ating FBD. So, lagyan natin yung mga AX saka AY. So, 450 saka 340.19 pounds. Okay, so and then from that, mag-assume tayo ng direction dun sa AE. So, kung ito kanina ay upward, so therefore, ito ay assume natin na compressive. Yun yung magre-resist dun sa A sub Y. Then, last, yung AB, since ito ay may 50 pounds to the left, so i-assume natin siya na tensile. So, ito yung ating mga axis naman, yung kulay yellow. Okay, so we can now take summation of forces vertical or along X or along Y. So, ang ano natin dito ay yung force along AB saka AE. Okay, so yung force, kung makikita ninyo, AB na lang. So, pwede rin kayo mag-denote ng ganito instead na FAB or F sub AE. So, pwede rin ganito, AB na lang saka AE. So, summation of forces along X, dito tayo sa joint A. So, we have AB, ito, positive. Then, minus 450. Ayan, equal to 0. So, dito, masosolve natin yung AB na 450. So, away from the joint, so that is tension. Then, next, we have summation of forces along Y. Assuming upward forces positive, so we have AY, so 340.19. Then, we have AE, or the force along AE. So, choice ninyo kung gusto yung ilagay na F sub AE or simply AE na lang. So, AE here is simply equal to 340.19 pounds. So, that is towards the joint. Therefore, this is compressive. Okay, so we are done with the forces along AB and AE. So, check natin to. We can now move to joint E, joint B, or joint C. So, ang pinakakonting force na involved ay yung joint C. Although, pwede na rin dito. So, ang pinakakonting force dyan ay yung joint C. Okay, so consider natin yung joint C. So, alam natin, meron tayong reaction na upward dito, yun yung CY. So, 259.81 pounds. So, ngayon, yung CD, therefore, i-assume natin na pababa. Okay, kasi unang-una ito upward, so kailangan natin kukontra. So, downward to, down to the right. Then yung BC, so i-assume natin na ito ay tensile. Okay? At isa pa, yung CD natin kasi dito, meron siyang component na to the right. So, kailangan natin na magre-resist doon. So, yung BC natin ngayon ay i-assume natin na to the left or tensile. Okay? So, sa joint C, kung mapapansin nyo, meron tayong 3 forces na involved. So, we can use triangle or polygon method. So, mas madali pa nga to. Then, gamit tayo ng trigonometric function instead of the conditions of equilibrium. So, we can solve this in 2 ways. Okay, so again, ito tip-to-tail fashion lang kung paano siya drawing. So, we can use tangent or sine. So, it's up to you kung ano yung nakikita nyo mas madali. Pero kung i-relate natin, syempre yung opposite tsaka hypotenuse. So, we can simply use sine 30 equal to 259.81 over CD or the force along CD. Okay, so masasolve natin yung CD dito. At kung gagamit naman tayo ng cosine 30 or cosine function, so we have BC over yung CD na nasolve dito. So, masasolve natin yung BC. Ito alternate solution lang. Pero yung conditions of equilibrium, pwede pa rin natin gamitin. So, ito ay 519.62. Okay, so CD, kung mapapansin natin, towards the joint, so compressive. Okay, so pounds, then siya ay compressive. Then, last, yung ating BC. So, 519.62 ito. So, therefore, yung BC natin dyan ay, so, yung 519.62, multiply lang natin ng cosine 30. Okay, pero of course, pwede rin kayong gumamit ng tangent. So, that is equal to 450 pounds. Again, yung BC away from the joint. So, that is tensile. Okay, so dito na tayo. Check natin to kung tama. So, we can take summation of forces vertical or along y equal to 0, assuming upward forces positive. So we have 259.81 minus yung component ng CD na downward. So that is CD sine 30 equal to 0. Kung mapapansin nyo to, if you will solve CD, so that is simply 259.81 divided by sine 30, which is pareho lang dito. So, ang CD natin dyan ay 519.62 pounds compressive. Then, if you will take summation of forces along X equal to 0, so we have yung BC, yung negative. Or unahin natin yung CD, cosine 30, yung X component nito. Then minus yung ating BC equal to 0. Yung BC natin dito, kung mapapansin ninyo, that is simply 519.62 multiplied by cosine 30. So, same lang dito. So, okay na tayo sa BC tsaka CD. So, let us now consider the other joint. So, we can proceed to joint D or joint B. So, kahit sa ang joint ay consider natin, okay lang. So, din na lang tayo sa joint D. Okay, so, tatlo lang kasi yung forces na involved doon. Okay, yung yellow lines, mga axis lang yan. Let us take summation of forces along X. So, dito, sabi natin kanina, yung CD compressive. So, therefore, towards the joint pa rin tayo dito. And then, syempre, yung DE, or yung force dito sa member DE, okay, so magiging compressive na rin. And kumbaga, action-reaction pa rin. And then, yung force doon sa BD, we can assume kahit na pababa or pataas. Okay, yung CD natin dito, alam natin ito ay equal to 519.62 pounds. Pwede rin kayong gumamit dito ng, again, rotated axis. Pwede nating align yung x-axis dun sa member CD. Okay? So, doon na lang tayo sa summation of forces along x saka forces along y, or vertical saka horizontal components. So, kung magtitake summation of forces along x tayo, assuming to the right positive, so meron tayo yung component ng DE. Okay, so yung component niyan ay ito. Okay, so that is equal to DE. So, pwede natin gamitin yung cosine 30 or sine 60. Okay, so let us use sine 60 na lang. Then, next, we have yung member CD, yung kanyang x component. So, we can use again either yung 30 or yung 60 degrees. So, we have minus CD, which is 259 or 519.62 multiplied by, so let us use yung 60 degrees. So, this is sine 60 degrees equal to 0. So, sine 60, common, or you can divide both sides by sine 60. So, our DE is also equal to 519.62 pounds. So, positive yung nasolve natin. So, therefore, itong DE dito na towards the joint ay tama, or that is compressive. Next, we can take summation of forces along y equal to 0 to solve BD. So, upward forces positive, so we have BD. Okay, then next, so yung vertical component ng CD, so we have plus. So, yung CD, yung vertical component niya, that is cosine or CD cosine 60. Then, last, yung DE, yung kanyang vertical component. So, we can use DE sine of 30 degrees. This is equal to 0. So, yung DE, alam natin, ay 519. Yung CD, 519.62 rin. So, BD plus yung CD, 519.62 cosine 60 minus yung DE, 519.62 sine 30. So, kung mapapansin natin, yung cosine 60 tsaka sine 30, pareho lang yan. So, kahit hindi na natin gamitan ng calculator, ang BD natin dyan ay equal to 0. So, meron na tayo yung DE, tsaka yung ating BD. So, ang remaining na lang ay yung member BE. So we can consider yung joint E or joint B. Kasi dun lang naman sila nakakonect. Okay, so let us consider yung joint B. So again, start tayo dun sa kung anong meron na tayo kanina. So ito yung joint B, yung BD 0. So wala na tayong pakialam dyan kahit ano man yung direction niya. Okay, so yung BC kanina, tsaka yung AB, alam natin sila ay tensile. So papalayo sila dun sa joint. So yung AB dyan tsaka BC kanina ay, so 450 yung AB. Ito yan, 450. And yung BC ay 450 din. So again, yan ay tensile pareho. So away from the joint tayo. So ito ay 450. And then ito ay 450 pounds din. So we can take summation of forces along X. So ilagay natin yung Y tsaka X axis dito. So assuming to the right forces positive. So we have 450. Ito yun. Okay, and then next, minus 450 din, yung ating AB. Okay, so last, minus yung ating BE. Or yung component ng BE dito, so ito yun, no? So, BE. So, yung angle of inclination niya, pwede nating isolve yan gamit yung, or based dun sa ating figure. Okay, so, yung ating figure kasi, ito yung ating BE. So, ito yung angle of inclination ng BE. So, pwede natin gamitin yung 3 feet tsaka yung 6 tangent 30. Okay? So, pwede natin isolve yung angle. So, kung isolve natin yung angle, simply arc tangent, yung opposite. So, 6 times tangent 30 degrees over 3 feet. Okay? So, yan ay 49.11. So, whatever yung angle of inclination niya, kung mapapansin naman natin, magiging equal to 0 lang yung ating BE. Okay, so BE cosine 49.11 equal to 0. So, ito kasi 0. Yan. So, whatever yung angle, so ang BE pa rin natin dyan ay equal to 0. So, we are done with our unknowns. So, that's all for this video.